Well,
you gave the GAA science. Now give us the science on golf.
Well, on the GAA, what I said is we are following the public health advice, and on sports we are following the public health advice as well. Is that there is this is the public health advice. What we did include was training for sports age children, non-contact in pods of 15, which is deemed to be safe, but. We can go through any individual.
15 people, 15 teenagers, for example, can be in a pod, and 4 alphalas can't walk around a golf course. Come on.
That is the public health advice, Pat, and we can go through any individual piece and say how come we can do this but not that? Like, how come I can't sit in my granny's garden, but I can go for a walk in the park with my granny? How come this person can
how
go
can
to
I
work,
go to a
but that person
how can I
can't?
go to a wedding? How can I go to a wedding on Saturday with 24 others in a room drinking and eating, but I can't walk a golf course with 2 others in the open air, usually 20 or 30 yards apart?
Because weddings are hopefully a once in a lifetime thing that are a very special and unique occasion, and no single round of golf is that, right? So people can look at any of these and say, well, I can go to a wedding, but I can't play golf. I can walk down the street with my granny, but I can't sit in the garden with her. 17-year-olds are allowed train, but 19-year-olds are not allowed train. We can go through any of these things. So the only.
But that's the point of my question.
The
point of my question is about precision, rather than blanket this, blanket that, prohibition on everybody. Why did you not be more? Why were you not more forensic, more precise in looking at where the spreads are really likely, and mandate their closure, and allow everything else to proceed?
So that is what happened, and if you want to look at the level of detail that's gone into, your listeners can just go on to gov.ie and look at the essential services, look at the essential retail. This time it is much more forensic. So the easy response to all of these very reasonable questions around how come I can do X but I can't do Y would be, okay, look, I tell you what, just go home. We're shutting every single thing down like we did the last time. We're shutting down the hospitals. We're shutting down the schools. We're shutting down the colleges. No one can train. We're shutting down disability services. We're just going to shut everything down. And then everyone can say, okay, well, that's consistent because there's literally nothing allowed. What we're doing is saying we've got to suppress the virus. We're moving to level 5, but there are some things which we believe need to stay open, like adult disability services, like hospitals, like sport, like training for sports for school-age children, like the schools themselves. So the moment we begin to say it's like the last time, except for the following things, people can say, yeah, but hang on, if you're allowing that, then allow this. Like, why not open the gyms? Why not open that? Why not have club championships? Because essentially what we're doing is saying, go home, stay within 5 kilometres of your house.
You don't have club championships because of the bad behaviour that attached to them. So I'm saying, where there's bad behaviour, that's what you control. If there's, by and large, good compliance, and our listeners are saying golf clubs would be a classic example of that, why penalise them for the non-compliance of others?
Well, so we start picking out individual sports and say you can do this, but you can't do that. You can play 9 holes, but you can't play 18 holes. You can go around in foursomes. No, you can go around in twosomes. Well, actually, you can't do that. You know what you can do? You can play the first 5 holes, but you have to go on your own. Like, that's just not the world we're in, Pat. We're in level 5. And the very clear message in level 5 is for the next 6 weeks, we have to go home. And now we have made a few exceptions to that for a variety of reasons, including mental health and physical health and essential services. We're keeping all of the schools open, all of the colleges open, manufacturing and construction open. Okay. So we have a choice. We can either accept that there are some things that we will keep open to facilitate the economy and health services and education and so forth, or we just close everything.
Okay.
And I hope your listeners understand that the right thing to do is a core message that says we need to stay at home, but we're keeping these essential services open. And golf, rightly or wrongly, is not being deemed to be an essential service.